on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear that.
Tonight, from Orchard Park, New York, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
How about 54 touchdown passes in 2 full seasons at the University of Wyoming, coming out of a junior college? I think he exceeded expectations, and he can move it around a little bit, too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Just 3 weeks of games left in the NFL regular season. What's it going to take for him to win the MVP? What's it going to take?
Whatever it is, if he wants to strengthen that candidacy, no time like the present.
And let me tell you what I think. Not only does he have to play the clean game, no picks, things of that nature, he has to have at least one significant play that we'll talk about all next week. That'll really give him a higher profile.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Johnson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Stephon Diggs, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But we always talk about how coaches say, we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They build their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A loss of 11 yards. It's second down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Jackson's
an extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
A pickup of 18 yards. But it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback taking
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah. Wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way too when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the number.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Touchdown, Bill. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 7-7.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling. They go play action now. Jackson.
And he'll look look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Edwards-Helaire. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Allen going to throw. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
Ravens 7.
They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad, but let's go back out there.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Ravens ready to take over.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Caught, right side, Gresham.
Complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer.
The kicker on.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find Williams on the slant. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ravens.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. The extra point forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where you see the final score there.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Jackson's pass.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Marlon Davidson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Off play action. Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's a
gain of 32 that time.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connect.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
To number 83. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after here coming up. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes the offense. Madden spotlight time as we shine it on Josh Allen. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets...
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Allen's throw is complete. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
18-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Raven 1st down.
He'll buy some time right. And he finds needs a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Jackson off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Number 1.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 2nd and 9. Allen, quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back now in Buffalo. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Allen. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it's bring in your tight end,
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Now Allen to try again after the pick six. It's caught on the right side. Williams. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on second down. Allen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
That's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again, Allen. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check, 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 check.
One final try here for Allen, and it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Escaping the pressure, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And It's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
The kicker on for the point after.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far. But a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now down by 16, 26 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
By the Ravens.
Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Jackson now. His throw caught at about the 5. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
6-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.